Cops will go after low-hanging fruit to just be on board and not have to hear the BS. And this is another problem with inadequate leadership and supervision, because if you're writing the low-hanging fruit, you're not getting the proper instruction, the proper direction, and the proper supervision of your frontline supervisor, whether it be a sergeant or a lieutenant, before it even gets up to the executive officer. You shouldn't be going after the low-hanging fruit just to get a number, because you should be getting the proper direction to go after the proper violations. That's what we're saying. There are quotas that are pushed out throughout the department. I don't believe it's systemic in that. When I say systemic, that it is policy of the department. It comes down to inadequate supervision and leadership and not giving the proper direction. If you do that, you will be successful. An example I'll give: when I was the CO of the 111 precinct, I might have been the XO, but I think it was when I was the CO of the 111 precinct, and I was looking over the activity. And I was looking at all these C summonses, and I'm like, this is the 111. What are these? What are all these C summonses that we're getting? We didn't have quality of life complaints like you have in a lot of other commands in the 111 precinct. So I looked at them, and I'm looking at the quality, and all these C summonses are for the taxi driver that didn't have his trip sheet up to date. That's a C summons. Is it a legitimate violation of the VTL or whatever the code was, administrative code? Yes. Then you had no name and address on the side of a commercial vehicle. I lost my mind. I did. I brought in my supervisors. I had a supervisors meeting, and I said, can anybody explain to me what this summons means? Nobody could. Nobody could. I said, if we had a burglary condition where white panel vans were being used in the commission or seen in the commission of a crime, I could say, okay, I understand that we're going to write those C summonses because that's going to give the detectives something to look at, because in these areas, you have white panel vans, so that might give them a lead into why these white panel vans were here. So, all right, but nobody came up with that because that's not why they were writing them. They were writing them for no reason. So I said, today it stops. I never want to see another one of those summonses without justification.